Hello, hello to all of our beautiful listeners all around the world. Um, my name is Wilson, and I'm also once again joined by a really, really amazing friend, foe, and possible future nemesis. His name is Billy. Would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Well, um, me and Billy, I think we did hinted that we actually wanted to talk about I'd say it's more on me that we at least for me, because I was actually really passionate to talk about this. I was hinting it from last episode that we're gonna review My Name, and now is the day we're gonna do it. Um, so this particular series is it's quite a special one, I would say.
How special?
Probably not as special as maybe if you want to compare it to Squid Game. In terms of its marketability, maybe it's not that special. But I would say this is more on the special kind in the realm of if you like similar types of medias that's kind of similar with John Wick, or maybe a little bit of that buddy cop kind of well, not buddy cop, but cop versus mole kind of stories that you usually kind of do find in those Hong Kong police
Just
stories.
out of curiosity, would you consider John Wick as a thriller?
Ooh, that's actually a really good question. Yeah, okay, one thing, okay, I know that John Wick is definitely an action film. That is no doubt, right? It's an action, it's a serious action movie with, I think the thrill comes in because of the story where he's being hunted down by all of these assassins, especially in the third film, right? Which I, in my opinion, I think that's like my favorite one, even though it has some narrative problems. But you're not you don't see Keanu Reeves movies for the actual story. You go and see him for his actual, yeah, his combat skills, the beautiful choreography, right? That's why you see John Wick. Yes, it does have a decent story, but most people, I'm pretty sure they would agree with me. Probably you might think the same way, unless you wanted to differ. That
No worries. So yeah, I think with that definition, then My Name fits the bill.
okay, all right, good.
Yeah, because it's both an action and thriller.
Yes. Oh man. Okay. Before we actually get to the actual what we think about it, we would like to give some credits. So it's directed by this guy called Kim Jinmin. I don't know why this name of Jimin keeps on popping up around my around my radar, right? Because I have friends who are really obsessed with I like Jimin, because I think there's a
Damn it, Olsen!
there's a K-pop star called Jimin somewhere. I think in BTS or some popular Korean pop music group. I don't know. I don't listen to K-pop myself, so I might be wrong. Don't quote me on this. Anyway, I try not to judge. People like Korean music, Korean pop music. Let them be. I kind of enjoy a little bit of Blackpink to myself, so it's okay. But it's also written by Kim Bada. That's a lot of Kims, and obviously starring our beautiful action leading lady So Hee, right? That's her name. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure not. Then with her co-stars Park Hee Soon, who's playing her cop, her detective partner. Is that the actual term? You know, like a partner that you. Sorry.
Yeah, I think so. You can call the other guy her detective partner.
Yeah. So it's her work partner pretty much because their occupation in the show is being detectives, and usually usually detectives in like these kind of things, they usually go in pairs. But then you also have a really, I would actually even argue this is probably one of my favorite antagonists from at least from these kinds of films. So he's played by An Boo-hyun. He's the leader of this criminal organization, right? Which we'll get into. So yeah, a few names here and there, and obviously everybody here in the show did a
No,
great
it's
job.
An Bo-yoon play as the detective partner.
I mean, obviously, everybody in this show did a great job with what they're given, and they actually excel at their jobs. I would even go as far as that. So,
Mhm.
so yeah. First thing to mention is that I myself would recommend people to watch the show. It's great. Um, yeah, I have a lot of really strong positives regarding about my name. But before we get into the actual details, what I would like to hear your thoughts first.
I'll say this is very entertaining, and then probably I'm a broken record at this point, but you know me, right? I like myself some action flicks.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
with this particular series, right, I have to say that the fighting quality is actually pretty good overall, and actually has a lot of interesting moves here and there. So I remember when I watched the start of the second episode. Remember when Ji-woo was fighting that guy, the one who later on become one of the antagonists, right?
Yeah. Oh, is it that guy
Yeah,
who's trying to rape her?
yeah, the one with
Oh,
the knife mark on his face, soon to
yes,
be. But
yes,
anyway,
yes.
so I remember the finishing move is so clever. How she
Mm,
feint a punch just to dodge, but like she ended with her right elbow. Mm, that's a
mm,
smooth ass move, and
mm,
so forth. I really like one of the fight scenes here.
mm.
I have to say, like, I'm not saying that the camera work is bad, but I just wish that it shows more of the action, really, and it just stay still.
True, true,
Especially more so towards the final act.
true.
The
You're not wrong.
the fight is just it's good. It's more
Mm,
emotionally charged, but it's a bit like it's a bit worse than
mm.
the earlier fights.
Okay.
That's what I have to say. And then the first few episodes, right? Something about the cinematography and then the editing, I really like it.
Ah.
Yeah, don't you agree? Like, for example, how she, when they show her shadow boxing montage, where
Yes.
the scenes keep on switching between her training and then fighting this shadow killer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then at the start of the story, right?
That was like the way they actually edited in terms of the flow between her actually training with the punching bag and her
Yeah.
in this but then like it goes back and forth between that and also this realm it's definitely what's going on inside her head, that she's trying
Mhm.
to take down this killer. Obviously she doesn't know who it is, neither do we, right? And but the thing is that we clearly know that she's really angry with like she's driven by vengeance to the point that it's like, yeah, this is just all I think about it, like all day and night. I cannot think of anything else, I just want to kill this dude because I want to take revenge from my dad, that kind of thing. Mm.
And it definitely has a much higher production quality.
Compare.
Probably not as much as Hellbound nor
Mm.
Squid Game, but I really like it anyway.
Yeah, true.
It feels very polished.
It is. Like oh, oh man. Let's see. Yeah, so stuff I would like to really point out is yeah, like I said before, it's a mixture between. Well, I did mention about John Wick, but another one that I would like to mention is, I'm not sure if you've seen this particular film called Infernal Affairs. Have you heard of that? I think
Infernal or internal?
Infernal Affairs.
Infernal Affairs.
It's a Hong Kong cop versus mole type of story. It's pretty famous actually, starring Andy. I think Andy Lau is there too. Yeah, Andy Lau and Tony Leung. Yeah. If you haven't seen that, I would highly recommend you watch that one. To be fair, I don't think there is a fight scene, as in a hand-to-hand combat. There is a gun shootout. I can tell you that, but the main point.
But is it like John Woo balls to the wall shootout?
No.
So quite like hardball, is it?
No. These are two completely different films. No. This is a much more grounded take on. Okay, I'll tell you this. I think if you want to compare Infernal Affairs with this one, I'd say Infernal Affairs, it's way more grounded, and the way they actually try to unfold between who is the mole and who is the actual cop, because one of them is actually being actually they're both be undercovers for both sides, but you don't really know who is who, as in who's actually like doing it until you actually go. I think around halfway through the story you kind of figure out who is it, but you still want to know why this person does it, so it's still exciting to actually see the actual payoff at the end, which is really good. I think there's an American adaptation of this with Martin Scorsese. It's called The Departed. I've seen that one too. It's not as, in my opinion, it's not as good, I would say. Maybe because of my bias that I like that Infernal Affairs has a more poetic structure, story structure to tell a similar story compared to The Departed, which is more like action packed. It's like, everything's so intense. It's like, you need to go from one place to the next as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're gonna bore the audience. Okay, but yeah, just two different styles. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I suppose like that's practically the style that most Hong Kongese action movie takes, right? It's that the story become heavily dramatized, and it's not just like cut. That's not what the story about. It's not like a group of people. It's about the brotherhood of certain people, right?
Yes. Which actually, because the thing is like in Asian culture, I think there is like nowadays there's a more emphasis on individualism, right? But the sense of communal, as in community, between. Okay, like let's say you and me here, even though we're not actually blood related. We technically are blood related to some extent. But what I'm saying is, you might as well just can be some guy, right? I just met on the internet, but because of the way we actually converse with one another and we clicked, so I started to treat you as if you're my brother. And you actually have like that kind of mindset with a lot of like your friends. So especially if you're living especially like those people who are actually living overseas, they're starting to actually treat their friends as if they're a family. You see, I'm pretty sure it is still somewhat prominent in Western culture to some extent, but I'm not too sure if it's heavily promoted in Western media, if that makes sense. Am I making sense here? It's like I know this is a thing, right? But I noticed in Western media they promote more of like, individualism. You deserve a great career. You need to focus on yourself and your personal growth. Well, you go to a more Eastern kind of philosophy. It's like, you can do that, but then also at the same time, don't forget about your mom and dad. Don't forget also about like taking care of each other, especially when you're not with your mom and dad in that, in that particular spot or that particular time.
I suppose it depends
yeah.
on what movie you're talking about, because I noticed that there's always that sense of brotherhood when it comes to Western war movie. But I think it's less.
Well,
yeah,
well,
I mean, like it's less depicted with like police drama.
Well, okay, I don't think in the war movie you do have a, okay, maybe a little bit though, because the thing is, okay,
Sense of brotherhood.
if you don't know, because if you're in a war, right, you there's not much really point for you to actually bond with one another, because when you're in the battlefield you're gonna die at some point, so it's.
Sans, have you watched Band of Brothers? I mean, it's literally in the title.
Yes. Okay. I'm actually referring more towards real life, as in, as I used to, I know I used to talk with actually somebody who's pretty close with their grandfather who actually served in the Vietnam War, right? And then he said that you don't actually try to get close, or at least some sort of connection with your comrades in the battlefield, because at some point they're gonna die, and usually they actually die. So yeah,
it really depends where you're coming from, because maybe he's a conscript ? He got drafted. Who knows? I suppose if you're a volunteer soldier, that's a different story. Anyway, I think we're
back to the mind
really
game.
off the rail.
Yeah. Okay, so
but speaking of sense of family, right?
Yes.
To be honest, watching the first 2 episodes, I'm getting the. What?
No.
I don't know.
I'm really terrible at singing, huh? Holy cow! I've been trying to work on my vocals for quite some time, and it's still terrible.
But seriously, what was that though?
See You Again by Wiz Khalifa.
Anyway, like from the first few episodes, I'm getting the same vibe that I got from Arcane. And
really?
To be honest, even though, I mean, think about it, right? So, how to put this? Our character is raised by a baddie, and then like the baddie and our character is in a simple form of father and daughter relationship, right?
Actually, you're right. Holy cow! I didn't even notice that. Oh, okay.
Because I really like Arcane a lot.
Yes.
And because of that, right? I know it's already been done in Arcane, but I wish the ending kind of steer away into that direction.
Okay.
But I mean, like, you kill my father, but you're like my second father to me.
Yeah. Oh, you wanna reveal the actual killer?
Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert. So basically,
okay.
What's his name? Choi Moo-jin, right? The
Yes.
antagonist, the drug. Look, actually, he's not it's not apparent that he's an antagonist, but basically, he's a drug lord, right?
Yep.
Killed the main characters.
Dad.
Jiwoo's dad. Yeah. Dongshun is the organization that Donghoon, right? Donghoon, because apparently Donghoon is an undercover cop.
Yep.
That pretends to defect to the mafia, but in actuality, he's still a cop.
You're right.
But yeah, I just wish that I suppose by that point, right, towards the third act, Choi Moo-jin's his character is already like went off the rail. He went mad. Sort of, right? He went insane. And he's just like obsessed with the final fight.
Yeah, because he knows that he's gonna die anyway, so he's actually kind of scared, which I actually understand.
But I think it's more than that. He just wants to fight because he feels like he deserved to fight. That's the thing. It's like just mano. Well,
that's
mano.
the thing. That's the thing. I also like about these like characters in this series. Nobody is too nobody is a one-dimensional. It's like, I like killing. I just enjoy
I do
killing.
agree.
Like when you see a Green Goblin, Spider-Man No Way Home just enjoys killing people. Well, okay, that's a comic book movie. I can somewhat forgive it, and it's fine. But wouldn't it be better if you have a little bit more, humanity within that?
Killing people is fun.
Hey, I'm gonna throw some pumpkin bombs across the country because I like destruction. That's a terrible impression.
I'm somewhat of a killer myself.
Okay, let's just stop until there because I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks now from our old reviews. Okay, yeah. So I really love the. Seriously, hats off to the writing team. It was wow. So you have like Ji-hoon, who's motivated by avenging, which actually in turn, right, it makes her into this so she's driven by vengeance, but you notice that. Okay, one thing is that one thing her buddy partner noticed that is like, hey, don't you have like friends to hang out with like on a Friday night? Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, off duty, because the cops actually, as in like her like the police organization got a bit curious with her being the mole. So apparently her partner's trying to investigate, like, maybe she's the mole, and then let me try to confirm that, because they already have the suspicion that it's her. So yeah, this guy just trying to like follow her wherever she goes after work on the Friday, and then she's really doing is she's trying to you remember that scene where she's I think it's in some sort of junkyard, and she's trying to
and then both of them got trapped.
Yes. But that is a trap.
Saved her, but
yeah. I would say, okay, I think that that is a little bit of a Deus Ex Machina, to be honest with you. So it's a little bit too luck.
Yeah, that's a bit too much drama there. Like, it's a bit over dramatic. But that's the thing, though.
It is. It's okay.
Just because that happened, right? It goes back to my initial argument, is that I wish, like, those two people, right, Mujin and should I call her Jiwoo or Hyechi, like whichever her name, right? The real name, the fake name. They form a real bond, right?
Yes.
That of mirror father and daughter. So I just wish that the final conflict has that reflected, rather than just him went completely nuts, insane, and she doesn't feel anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get into that because I also have my own thoughts with that too. But I'm just gonna stay positive for now. So there's that. I love it. I noticed a lot of people, they don't actually like they like that what's his name again, this rapist, what's his name again, who has like a scar on his face, 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪, right? So I noticed that online people actually really like him, as in he turns into like this pseudo Joker.
He's a better version of yeah, it's better than Jared Leto, I guess. Maybe the thing is, like,
anybody is better than Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. Okay, that is not even a competition at all. Like, there's
but nobody's better than Jared Leto in Morbius.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, people really like that, right? But they actually they do feel that he died. I think a few episodes, like 2 episodes in, and then
automatically, I should say.
Yeah, and that's thinking like, wow, it's a bit of a waste of opportunity to actually expand him a little bit more, because
Yeah.
I actually do like that he is okay. So because basically what happens is he becomes another drug lord too, but it's just that the way he actually runs his own particular organization is much more ruthless than what's his name again? Yeah, Chomujin. Yeah, Chomujin's, right? Because Chomujin is more of the formal, very uptight, very organized. So someone actually reminds me of Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. He's super, well, not as organized, but as the word is professional.
Elite, right?
Yeah, professional. It's very professional. It's almost like a corporate,
Classy.
classy, very very corporate organized manner of organizing your business. But he's more of the more a little bit more free and not easygoing, but I'd say barbaric. That's the word. There you go. Like more barbaric. Way.
Come to think about it, right? Now we're talking about him. I just realized there's two plot points that's never properly resolved.
Oh, what is
First is that, first what happened to 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓪's organization? Because the thing is, like, I can understand if there's at least like they should resolve it somehow. At least there should be a follow up, as in either Choi Moo-jin somehow take over all his assets and then also develop that drug, or destroy it because he thinks his drug is better. And then second, like how the 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓪 has this like second follower. Is that guy died? I can't remember, because he was in. Was it that guy is the one interrogated by?
Is it Mango? Is it Mango?
No. There's the other guy. Other than Mango, you know the guy who got his dick stabbed, because he appeared afterward a few times.
I don't remember. No.
It has a very very like distinguished face. Yeah, very distinct.
Oh.
Yeah, remember him? Wait.
Yeah, actually,
he
you're right.
died because he was he the one that got interrogated by Tang Jai? I can't remember. Maybe he's the one, but anyway, he's probably dead.
I think he. Okay, honestly, it doesn't really matter because he doesn't have a big contribution with the actual main plot, right? So but that's it. Yeah, I think you're right that maybe this could be like his organization could be at least have some sort of follow up. They I think they did show that his organization's trying to take down Mujin's fight club ring. There's like this one big massacre. Someone awesome
you
scene,
mean
right?
His training ground?
Yeah.
Like the training ground for the muscle team.
Yeah, and then apparently he lost, if I'm mistaken. Did he? Or did he won? He did lose, right?
The 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓪 won. I mean, wait. Are you talking about the first fight?
The latest one. The latest one.
When they attack. His group won. He made Tang Jai's arm and killed a lot of people. Actually, no. According to the final report, they said that only 4 people died. Like, honestly, wow. All the
all the stabbings and all the blood spill everywhere. It's like, just 4 people died. I know, no big deal.
I know. I know you're likely to recover and shit, but then if you see, I remember in that scene,
it's very
some people
bloody as heck. Yes. Sometimes some people also got that.
More than 4 people got impaled.
And then you see like a lot of people have like they're at least their throat slit. Having a throat slit, there's a big chance you're probably dead. Like what? 4? Like are you sure? Unless if they're just stabbing the same person over and over again. Okay.
Oh man, those poor 4 people.
those poor unlucky bastards. Okay. But that's also another great thing about this too. obviously the fight choreography, just mwah, just as good. I would say it's just as good as John Wick. It's actually I would go as far as to say that, right?
Can you imagine if there's like a series that consistently have the basically like the raid or headshot or even the night comes for us style fight scenes, and you make a series out of it? I don't think it's possible, not logistically.
But okay, I think the fighting stuff they're using here, I think is taekwondo based. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it kind of feels like taekwondo.
Yeah. It's more self-defensive approach. From what I noticed, because the thing is like when her name is Hyujin, right? Is it?
Hieji.
Hieji. Yeah. When Hieji's she's trying to fighting against anybody. I noticed like her fighting style is a bit more defensive, which is, I mean, I understand why, because she is a woman, right? And usually, well, especially even like her body type, you probably might not be able to inflict a lot of damages to somebody, especially if it's a man. Unless if you try to hit like their critical points, but that's also
you need to.
Yeah. And I also like that Moonjin also did mention, especially at the first few episodes, saying that when he's still training her, it's like, make sure you hit the critical points of a person if you want to basically, at least help them to a vulnerable level, to the point that they cannot really do much, which she actually did a lot of that, and it shows that she actually took all these trainings and all these like really good advices and put them into good use. It proves that she's actually a very, very smart character, even though yes, she's really good at fighting, but you also keep in mind that she's not dumb. that's for sure. But I also like that even though she's not dumb, she's competent with fighting, but I like that she keeps on getting punched, hit, cut, and all these different kinds of pain inflictions, and then she keeps on fighting. I actually like that. Yeah, to be fair, it's a little bit unrealistic. Just a little bit.
The amount of beating that she takes.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Because I would recommend people, if you want to see a more realistic take on this kind of well, not story, but at least the this kind of fight, right? You want to see a hero actually gets beaten up and actually struggling to get back up. I would suggest you go and watch Nobody, which is also directed by the same people who did John Wick. Yeah, starring Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul. Yeah,
I thought the only realistic bit of that movie is the bus fight scene.
Yeah.
Is everything else actually realistic? After that,
I'm not sure, but yes, I can confirm the bus scene is super realistically done.
Yeah. Another one that you can watch, right, is Old Boy, because you can see people getting tired. Have you watched Old Boy?
Yes, I did.
The whole fight scene.
Yep. Yes. Oof. No, I was hoping they would actually take some inspiration from that one here. Maybe they do, but it's not very obvious because.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because the thing is that I'm pretty sure Old Boy has a really big staple on the Korean cinema, right? Especially until now, because it influences it influences Indonesians.
What? Really?
Yeah. To some extent. Me think. There is something. I think the warehouse in Night Comes for Us. It does remind me a little bit of Old Boy, just a little bit, but it is a much more different style, if that makes sense. The one thing that I can assure you, which is a really big inspiration, is from Daredevil's, where when he's trying to rescue like this little girl in episode 2. That one is when he's fighting all these bad guys in this one hallway. That is really obvious. Like it is inspired by like old boys. Yeah, it is what it is. But
like Mars or something.
Mm.
But I always thought that you need to have that kind of the same camera angle with Old Boy to make it like a homage to Old Boy. Basically like from a side view. But then again, like I understand that maybe it's a bit too on the nose, so maybe you can draw inspiration another way. Because come to think about it, in this series, My Name, I think technically it has 2 hallway fight.
I think what makes it I think what's a inspiration from old boys' warehouse fight scene is when they're fighting, right? It's all done in one take. Yeah, if it's a one take, then it's most likely inspired by old boy at the very least, which I don't think this series has that. Well, okay, yeah, because like one thing is I'm pretty sure because I think they have a smaller budget and they have a much smaller time frame to film all these stuffs. Because because Daredevil obviously has a much bigger budget, right? Because of the name itself, and some other films that I haven't mentioned about, I'm pretty sure they have a much bigger budget if they're able to draw some homage to Old Boy. But hey, it's still good. Oh yeah, I also want to draw something also before we get to the stuff that we don't really like. I like the sense of mystery here with this show because you thought it's gonna be like this, but it's not really. To be fair, the storyline, the story thread itself is kind of cliche. I won't lie. Especially in the beginning, you had like this this outcast nobody who has a broken family, and then now she's done with like a really bad card, and then it will and then this is like the beginning of her journey to some sort of redemption at the end of the story. But the thing is like
well, it's cliche, right? I have to say that the execution is well done.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
because it's cliche, but it's established her character very well. In like she can take beating both emotionally and physically.
Yes.
Even at a very young age.
Yep. I actually like back to the antagonist reveal of the who killed her dad. Did you actually saw that coming? Because I actually didn't, honestly. I was actually legitimately thinking that it's actually like that cop who is basically her boss.
To be completely honest with you, right? That's what I want to like. That's what I wish that it happens. But
yeah,
I already had it in the back of my mind. Please don't let Choi Moo-jin the killer. Please don't let Choi Moo-jin the killer, because I won't call it cliche, but it's just that I don't know, because maybe I watch Arcane and I really like how they handle the villains. So it's just no, it's him. Okay.
But the thing is that it makes sense that it's him because there's actually a lot of foreshadowings and it's actually quite clear that he does want this. Because yes, he might look like a much a very stable, well mannered, well classy gentleman who does his own business.
Would you say a killer is stable?
I mean, you compare to that other guy. to the Joker knockoff.
I suppose if you kill someone while wearing a suit, that makes you stable, I guess. Like even this society, right? The class system is really corrupting our society. It seeps even into the underworld.
Yes, we live in a society, but okay. Back to the point. Like, I don't actually mind about this reveal. I wish. I kind of wish they don't really do that. Because it does kind of deflate the whole narrative. Because I understand that they're trying to basically make this circle narrative of like is a this quote from The Godfather. Have your make your friends close but your enemies closer, like that kind of thing. I think they're trying to do something around that, but I mean, I don't mind. I kind of like it, but I kind of wish they don't actually make it into a whole plot. To be honest with you.
Again, though, it's just.
But then again, you would have a story. But then again, you wouldn't have a story either. So, yeah, back to that Joker knockoff, right? I want to bring him up again because I think if they have made this decision not to kill him, I wouldn't actually mind for him to have some sort of redemption arc at the end. So actually, I can imagine like this somewhat of the Last Jedi kind of moment where I'm sorry I read that movie. I'm so sorry, but hear me out. So, so you have this guy, right? Alongside Hyejin together fighting against Mujin because of their personal vendettas. I think that's kind of more poetic. So yeah, so Mujin dies, he gets killed. But then you got like these two. So you can either do like, okay, now you can write them to want to kill each other, or you can write you're gonna write this Joker to have some sort of redemption arc. Which I would also I don't actually mind that either, to be honest with you. I think that's a little bit more it does give more life to this environment, and also a bit of I would even say a bit of hope for Hyejin, because it basically tells her that, like, yeah, people can be bad, but at some point they might have some redeeming qualities, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just trying to make things a little bit more somewhat interesting, but I'm not a writer, but yeah.
I've never seen any story where one character is actually a rapist and they actually get any redeeming quality towards the end.
Well, hey, whoever is writing, like whoever owns this production, if you're hearing our podcast, I would like to be in the writing team. Let's revive this character out, and then I'm gonna. I mean, I might stir some controversies, but I don't care. I just want to, somewhat give a little bit more life to this world, which I actually enjoy. But okay, now the bad parts.
For me, I don't mind his character died. I just wish that his character died a more fleshy death.
Yes. Yeah. So actually, we did cover
about that, right?
Yeah, we did cover a lot of bad parts already. Anyway.
Actually, speaking of that character again, right? Remember after Hyeji killed him, right?
Yeah.
And then we have one scene of how Hyeji visualized that he's haunting her. That only happened once. I just wish that it keeps recurring.
Oh yeah. Maybe, you're right.
Maybe if it's recurring, right? At least you won't be complaining about not having that character. Don't you think? Just imagine like him whispering to her.
True. But then to be fair, I think his impact on Hyejin isn't really that big as much as Mujin. To be honest with you, he hasn't actually raped her, because she did actually save herself from being raped.
But I mean, the attempt itself is already traumatizing enough.
The attempt is very traumatizing, but he hasn't actually done it. So I don't think it does scar in her mind that permanent. If that makes sense.
Her first skill, though.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Great show. Really like the writings, performances. Everybody did a great job, even down to the fight choreography. Everything here is freaking fantastic. I'll tell you this. I don't really want a season 2, because I think the story is pretty much done. Even though they're actually they're really hinting pretty heavily that it's like, this is just one part of a bigger journey. Tune in next time for season 2. We're just gonna fight off some some other guy who actually is a part of the conspiracy of killing her father or something like that. You know.
Oh no. Oh no.
I have a feeling what's gonna happen is that they're gonna do something similar to James Bond. So you have like in Casino Royale, right? So the chief turns out that he's just another pawn in this bigger crime organization, and then it turns out when you go to Spectre, it's like, oh, so this big organization. So the chief is actually one of the board members, but then for some reason they actually treat him like crap because he cannot really repay all of his debts. I have a feeling they might go something like that. I hope not. But you know, who knows? It could be good. It could be good. You know, with the right tape, you can actually deliver a great story. Yeah, shit. Do you actually know that the actress, right? So she put 10 kilograms of muscle during the shooting process.
What a beast!
I mean, she's not okay, I'm not sure if you've seen the Thor: Love and Thunder's trailer, because Natalie Portman, wow, oh boy, that is a huge glow up, because usually usually when you see Natalie Portman, right, she's in the Phantom Menace again. The Phantom Menace. I had to. Okay, I think every time I'm bringing up Keira Knightley or Natalie Portman, I'm gonna go back to the Phantom Menace, because why not? All right. So there's that.
Amidala.
Yeah, Amidala. You know, very petite, very skinny.
Annie.
Yeah. But then if you actually, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but if you actually saw the trailer, and then a lot of people are typing like these Star Wars jokes saying that, oh boy, now she can actually choke Annie. Oh boy, Annie gotta run away, you know, as far as possible before. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure she gained at least 20. I think at least 10 or 20 or 15 kilos. Because damn, that she be flexing those muscles, bro. Like even I'm a guy, I'm kind of intimidated. You know. Oh, here's a funny quote, because so the actor said that I exercise a lot and I ate what I wanted, so I gained 10 kilograms from the weight and had to feel while filming The World of the Married. Oh, so she was actually filming another I'm assuming it's another series at the same time when she's also doing this. So you can imagine that when she's filming like this other one, I'm pretty sure they try to cover like her muscles up like with more clothing, but there's like some scenes there she has to somewhat reveal a little bit of her skin. You can see like all the muscle tone definition on her body, and it's just it's like,
women with muscles, right? That's sexy. That's attractive.
Yeah.
Let me see those six packs.
Yes. Yeah. Besides simping for So Hee, anything else you want to say about this? Because I don't think I can find any other trivias besides her muscles.
Well, I have to say, right, I really wish that she does more action scenes.
Oh yeah. Because I think I read somewhere that she actually does a lot more. You know, so opera, K-drama. You know, she's Yeah. So she usually before
she's your average Korean actor, right?
Yeah. So she usually just plays out. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh no, he'll mean, don't leave me alone. I need you so much. I miss you so much. Yeah. That kind of.
And then here she's just beating everyone that she doesn't like.
No. Here she's beating everybody. She's somewhat mental spiritually broken. She has a pretty bad childhood. Like all the things that you don't really expect from somewhat conventionally attractive Korean women. So hats off. Like,
she's also attractive in her own way. It's like complete badass.
Yes. Oh man. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we're actually running out of time. So, I think our next episode, I will. So, okay. Once again, thank you very much for taking your time to watch the series. I know you're very busy, but again, thank you very much. Yes. So just to ease your pain a little bit, I'm going to be watching one of your favorite films, Begin Again.
Heck yeah!
Begin Again. Yeah, let's go for
Keira Knightley.
Let's go for Keira Knightley. I'm gonna make more Star Wars jokes.
But honestly, her character in Star Wars is not that important anyway. No big deal. She's one of the handmaiden.
Wait, which is Keira Knightley? Which is Natalie Portman again? I kind of forgot.
So Natalie Portman, right? She played Padme Amidala. She's the queen,
right?
But in the actual movie itself, right, in episode 1, she's not the one wearing those makeups and dressing, because she's just a fake. She's just like a body double. That's Keira Knightley. So Keira Knightley is the one who most of the time wear that ridiculous white makeup.
Oh. Funny enough, okay, I think they were still in their early 20s at that time when they're filming that. But for some reason, like when they get older, they become pretty different from one another. As in like their facial structure.
Right? They look so similar.
Which is really weird.
What do you mean very weird? That's normal.
No,
like you can't expect them to have like the same daily routine. or unless you're saying that Keira Knightley is basically Natalie Portman's stunt double, like taking all the hits.
No.
Imagine if you see after you watch Thor: Love and Thunder, right? And then we see in the credit scene, you see Keira Knightley as one of the stunt actor.
No. I think it's more. I think it goes beyond that. Because like to be fair, she actually has her own stunt double in the show, and the stunt double actually has more muscles compared to Natalie Portman. But it'll be funny if Keira Knightley would actually have a significant role in Love and Thunder. as the character to basically pose as Natalie Portman's Jane Foster's character to trick one of the enemies. So it's some sort of a retread story from the Phantom Menace, and I think if some of the fans get that, they'll be laughing their ass off, especially for us. It's like I really wish. Okay, Kevin Feige, let's do this, please, because I would.
You just own Star Wars too.
Okay, let's just stop talking about Star Wars, at least for now. Yeah, that's the
anyway. Yeah. That's it for today, I guess.
That's it for today. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Just for a couple, like a little bit of announcements. So you can find us on everywhere. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
and also right behind you, dear listener. Maybe you shouldn't turn around just yet.
We're not trying to scare people away, because we're still of a up and coming podcast. I don't think you should probably do that. But nevertheless, yeah, you can. Yeah, that's how you find us. Also on social medias everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever you name it. Even TikTok. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.